All right. What's up, everyone? This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't base anything I say off these videos. I'm just doing it for pure entertainment purposes only. Just wanted to jump back in also and kind of, I guess, point out the fact that, have any of you ever felt like in this play or in the stock market in general, like, oh, it's never going to happen. I think this is a scam. Everything I buy into goes down. There's never, never any ups. This whole thing's a scam. I know people that have put everything into that have, mentioned putting everything they've had into the market and lost it all. Maybe all these guys that are talking about AMC never squeezing are right. Maybe I'm crazy, blah, blah, blah. All those things that you're going through, I think mentally most people go through or have gone through in the stock market just because literally that's what these people do. How do you think they make money? How do you think people that are hedge funds or people that are high status or that live off of the market, how do you think they make money if that's true?
Power off.
They make money by, I won't say scamming. I'm trying to find the right word, but easing it away from you. You put $10 here, $20 here, $1,000 here, depending on the type of person you are. Let's say you dropped $10,000 at one shot, or it took you 6 months to drop $10,000 by putting $20 here and there. Whatever the case is, you put your $10,000 in. Now you're watching it just dwindle down, and you're saying, fuck, finally you see it jump back up and you get back to like 9,000 and you're only taking $1,000 loss, and you're thinking, you know what, I would have spent that $1,000 somewhere stupid, so I'm gonna pull my 9,000 out. You pull your money out, they made $1,000. You know what I mean? Just diced it up between a lot of dudes. It's not enough to eat. It's like a wolf pack. You know what I mean? They're hunting in the forest and they're all eating off of one deer. You're the deer. You just got shredded apart. You know what I mean? Then the next deer does the same thing, and and so on and so on and so on. They make their money by basically being patient and knowledgeable of the market. Obviously, you have to have some sort of knowledge. You don't just blindly do it, and I would say 1 out of a billion might get lucky that way. But you can't just come in blind and just expect to make money, especially people I see that are in AMC, and then I'll come in right now still to this point and comment on my page and say, hey, what happened? I had 100 shares. Now I'm down to 10 and what happened? Like, if you're throwing money somewhere and not paying attention to it, that's not good either. But if you're throwing your money in and paying too much attention to it every day and freaking out and, oh my God, I need this money, and you're just not going to have the same result as the person that throws their money in and waits no matter what until it reaches a number that they see fit to pull it out. And if it never reaches that number, you might have to recalculate or reevaluate years down the road, whatever the case is, or months, whatever your play is. But it's not just going to happen. You're not going to just make money overnight like that. It's very rare that it will happen. It's happened to me on accident. I've jumped into plays and been like, holy shit, and I'm sure it's happened to you, but it's also happened to me where I jumped into a play and 8 months later I'm sitting here wondering what the hell I'm doing in this play because I'm down 20% and it hasn't, I've jumped into plays like SoFi. I jumped in back around the $5 range at some point, and I remember dumping a pretty good amount in there for me, a pretty good amount. It lingered for what seemed like forever. It was probably only about 12 months, but it sat there. And I was thinking of like, man, all the things I could have done with the money I put into SoFi. I didn't really understand the company. I just knew that one of my homies was like, bro, it's going to do good. And I was like, you know what? I got a little extra money and I kind of know a little bit. Oh, the Charger Stadium's named after it. Boom, throw the money in. So I did something like that. After I did a little more research on it, I realized, okay, yeah, I think this thing's going to pop up. There's no way it should be valued at where it's at. And it just went down, up a little bit, down, up. Anyways, long story short, I sat in it forever, and there was a day where I just debated pulling it out because I needed some money for other things, and I was like, there's no way I'm pulling my AMC stock. I don't really, and I was this close as to pulling the trigger and pulling out and only having about a $500 loss because it had jumped up. I decided to hold out Wound up riding it out to about, I want to say it was $8.50, somewhere around there when I pulled out again. Made a decent profit, but those are the things I'm talking about. Like, I had to hold that thing for like a year for a good profit, but not like a life-changing profit. So that's just how the market works in general for me. I don't know about for you or anyone else, and you can throw your own advice or your own 2 cents in. I don't care. Throw me in the comments. I'm always willing to learn. But that's the thing. You're throwing your money in, and these guys are just patiently waiting for you to get desperate because they know you need your money. You over leverage yourself. You're not educated in the market, and they think you're dumb, that you're just so stupid you're just going to give your money away. And that's kind of what you're doing, to be honest, when you pull out at a loss. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it, and you're like, I'm going to recoup it somewhere else, but I have yet to find that day. For me, each stock is its own individual thing. Once I lose on that one, I feel like I'm not going to recoup it somewhere else. I'm making money from something else, but I lost my money over there. So that mindset has me to where I just will not pull out of the loss. And it can be detrimental if you don't know what you're doing. So also don't take that to heart as well. Like, you can hold, but like something like Party City, I jumped into that and jumped out quick because I realized this thing is not going to make it, I think I left maybe like $20 in there. I took like I literally, I think I threw like $800 in there, and I wound up checking out with like an $80 profit. You know what I mean? I just said, I'm out. Literally the next day it dumped, and it just never came back up, but it just kept going down, 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 down. I left about, I think literally $20 in there just to see what would happen. And I do that often with a lot of plays, because I said, all right, I could make $100 or I could make $80, and who knows, to the moon type shit with that 20, who knows? Which obviously I don't know. Anyways, long story short, don't worry about the ticker, okay? The point is, there is some plays that the writing's on the wall, and it's going to go down, and it's going to not, there's nothing you can do about it. So make sure you're doing your research, your due diligence. Don't just throw your money in blindly, and be patient. That is the key to this whole market, in my opinion. Patience, patience, patience. It's like that, the old Warren Buffett saying, it's 100% true. Where he says, like, people try and take your shit if you pull it out too fast, something like that. I don't know what he said. You know what I mean? You know what Warren Buffett said. The stock market's a device to transfer money to the patient from the impatient. Which one are you going to be, man?